Have you ever told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow"? You dream of success. You imagine a better life. But when the time comes to act, something holds you back. It might be comfort, fear, or just old-fashioned laziness. If you've ever felt that way, then this story is for you. Because once you hear it, you might never say tomorrow again. In a quiet village nestled among green rolling hills lived a young man named Arman. He was strong, full of dreams, and absolutely convinced his future would be magnificent. He'd often tell his friends, with a confident smile, "One day I'll be the most successful farmer in this whole land. My crops will shine like gold." Everyone admired his ambition, but there was just one problem. Arman loved to dream, but he hated to work. When others went to their fields at sunrise, Arman stayed tucked in his bed. When they toiled under the hot sun, he'd be sitting under a shady tree, talking about all the success he was going to have. His favorite line was always the same: "I'll start tomorrow." One afternoon, his uncle, a wise old farmer with hands weathered by hard work, came to visit. He looked at Arman's empty, barren field and asked gently, "My son, where are your crops? You talk about greatness, yet I see nothing growing here." Arman just smiled lazily. "Don't worry, uncle. You'll see my field full of gold soon enough. I'll begin tomorrow." The old man sighed. He had heard that word far too many times. Reaching into his pocket, he pulled out 2 small, identical-looking seeds. "These are not ordinary seeds," he said, his voice low and serious. "The first is the seed of effort. It grows slowly, but it gives fruit, shade, and lasting peace." He paused, then continued. "The second is the seed of laziness. It grows incredibly fast, but it only spreads weeds and destroys everything around it." He placed both seeds into Arman's hand. "Your life will become like whichever seed you choose to care for." Arman laughed it off. "Of course I'll plant the seed of effort. I want success, don't I?" But when the morning came, he felt sleepy and cozy in his bed. He whispered to himself, "Tomorrow," days turned into weeks. Finally, out of sheer boredom, Arman casually planted both seeds. "Let's just see what happens," he muttered. "I'll take care of them later," and then he completely forgot about them. When Arman eventually returned to his field, he was shocked. Thick, wild weeds had spread everywhere, choking the life out of the soil. The seed of laziness had completely taken over the land. And there, almost invisible among the chaos, was the seed of effort weak, small and dying. Just then, his uncle appeared beside him. "Look, Arman," he said softly, "this is what happens when you delay. Effort dies without constant care, but laziness grows all on its own," pointing to the dying plant. He added, "You dreamed of success, but your inaction has stolen your future." Arman fell to his knees. He looked at the dying seed, and tears filled his eyes. For the very first time, he understood. Dreams mean absolutely nothing without effort. That night, Arman couldn't sleep. He thought about his wasted time, his empty promises, and his dying dreams. As dawn approached, he made a decision. Before the first rays of sunlight touched the fields, he was up, started pulling out the weeds with his bare hands. His back ached, his palms bled, but he did not stop. Day after day, he worked. He watered the tiny seed of effort with care and dedication. Slowly, it began to grow. It grew into a beautiful tree, strong, green, and full of fruit. Years passed, Arman became the most respected farmer in the entire village. Not because of luck, because he finally understood one powerful truth. Success grows only when you work for it. Every single day, we all have these 2 seeds inside of us: ambition and laziness. Ambition only grows when you feed it with discipline and effort. Laziness, however, grows all by itself, and it will kill everything in its path if you let it. So, don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Water your dreams. Pull out the weeds of comfort and excuses. Because every moment you delay, your dream fades a little more. Be like Arman, fight your laziness, and win. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe. Together, let's grow our ambition and make our dreams a reality. Thanks for watching.